about 3 or 4 years ago, my Auntie Peggy had to go in for a hip operation. This would put her out of action for at least 3 months. She was under doctor's orders not to walk her dog like she would normally do every day. I don't live too far from my Auntie Peggy, so I volunteered to take over the dog walking duties until she was back on her feet. Anyway, one afternoon, I took little Jack, which is my aunt's Jack Russell dog. I took that little fella into the woods, and I brought his favorite toy, which was a baseball. He just loved that thing. We'd play fetch. I took little Jack into a different part of the woods I'd never really been before. Well, while we were there, I must have thrown a baseball a little too hard, and I threw it straight into the goddamn brush. Oh my god, I couldn't believe it. But of course, little Jack was like a rocket, made a beeline for that baseball, and he disappeared into the woods. Good dog. Anyway, he normally returns just as fast. But this time, he was taking his time. He must have only been about 20 seconds or so. Well, just then, an almighty shriek echoed throughout the woods. I mean, this was so loud I couldn't pinpoint which direction it was coming from. It was horrific. I never heard anything like it in my life. And I know for damn sure it wasn't little Jack. My first instinct was just to get the hell out of there. But of course, I wasn't leaving that little dog in the woods with whatever was making that goddamn sound. So I ran into the direction of where I threw the baseball. And it wasn't long before I emerged in a little clearing. And oh my god, you will never believe what I witnessed that day. There was this huge, hairy, half man, half bear, half wolf, half gorilla. I don't know what the fuck it was, but it was huge, about 300 pounds. Just laid on its back, motionless, with little Jack just tearing away at this thing's genitals. Oh my god, the blood. The blood was... I will never forget how much blood there was. Little Jack was just crimson red. I guess little Jack had confused his genitals for his baseball and wanted his toy back. Anyway, we never did find the baseball in the end. And I was gutted for little Jack because I lost his ball, but he seemed happy enough with his new one. Well, actually, he got 2 new toys that day, but that's another story anyway. That's enough of that story for now.